Hello and welcome to another edition of Gray Hair and Tattoos. My name is Lonnie and today we're going to be talking about the wonderful insult of age. We're going to be talking about how people like to take age, regardless if you're older or younger, and they use that as a weapon against another individual to try to bring them down, to try to hurt them, to try to get them from stopping from them being themselves. Now, I know that probably all of you out there have experienced this in one form or fashion. You know, if you're younger, you get told you need to act your age and, start thinking about the future. If you're mature and you're on the other end of this, you're being told like, no, you can't do that because you're trying to act like a teenager. I mean, if you really stop and you look at it from both ends, there's no pleasing anybody. Either you're young and you shouldn't be free and carefree and doing whatever you want, or you're older and you shouldn't be free and carefree. So when somebody comes at you with an insult, or if they try to get you from stopping from doing what you want to do by using age, just realize that it really doesn't have any merit. There's nobody can tell you that you're too old or you can't do anything except yourself. So let's start with breaking down the you're too old to be doing whatever you want to do. We're going to talk about the older generation first. So I started my whole social media journey on Instagram about a year ago. And starting on a social media platform can be kind of intimidating. It can be intimidating because you're basically opening yourself up to comments from complete strangers. So a lot of times when you go onto social media, people have a tendency to kind of like maybe try to hide themselves a little bit, just so you're not opened up to that. So I went on Instagram with the over 50 crowd in mind. I wanted to be like, hey, you know what? I'm over 50, but I still have tattoos and I still dress the way I want to dress, and I had a really good experience on there. And it wasn't until I moved over to TikTok that I realized how young-based social media is. I mean, and it's their medium, it's their platform, They grew up on it. I grew up having to walk across the room to change a channel. That's what I grew up on. So when I started on TikTok, I didn't want to get on there and be like, hey guys, you know what? I'm taking over your platform. I'm one of you. I went on there as just basically like, hey, you know what? I know I'm older, but I'm going to be over here. And if you want to come by and say hi, I'm here. And I've had a really good reception. Now, I have had people try to hurl insults at me or try to make me feel bad about being on there, and they use the age thing against me. You're too old to dress like that. I had somebody tell me that I have the enthusiasm of a first grader. And to me, my response was thank you, because I think first graders are awesome. They're trying to make me feel bad about being comfortable in my own skin in a platform based for younger people. So they're trying to be like, hey, you're old. You know what? You shouldn't be doing this. You're old. Hey, you know what? You're old. And I'm like, yes, I already know that. I wake up every morning and I know exactly how old I am. So my point here is that these insults can only hurt you if you are already conscientious of it. All right. For me, when people come at me on social media about not acting age appropriate, I find it funny because it's like, you know what? You can come at me and be like, you know what? You shouldn't dress like that. You're too old. I'm like, you know what? I know exactly what age I am. And by you telling me that I am of a mature status isn't going to stop me. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, nobody told me I was old. Now that you've told me, I'm going to change my complete life pattern because you finally have told me I'm old and now I know how to act. Ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. By you telling me I'm old, I'm not going to change one little bit. By you telling me that I'm old, I'm going to tell you thank you. I'm going to tell you thank you because I've made it this far. So that is how I address this insult. you know what? If I were not comfortable being 56 years old, if I was not comfortable being me, every time somebody would say that, it would hurt. So if you are uncomfortable if somebody says something like that, just know you are perfect in any stage of life. We can't always stay young. We shouldn't want to always stay young. I'm constantly developing. I'm reinventing myself even today. And to me, it's not an insult to be old because I am honored to be here. So if you are thinking about going on social media, but you just don't want to open yourself up to these comments, don't let it stop you. It would be like never wanting to wear a bright color because you don't want somebody to say something, or, you always want to be hidden. Whatever age you are, you have the absolute right to shine. You can be like, you know what, here's who I am. This is who I am in my stage of life, and I'm going to wear my stage of life proudly. So you can't let this thought of this insult of people using age against you stop you from doing anything you want to do. You know what? The next time somebody tells you you're too old to go roller skating, tell them thank you so much for noticing that you've made it this far and you're going to go roller skating. Don't let them make you feel bad about being older. Just don't let them do it. Now let's talk about the other end of this comment. Let's talk about the younger generation who gets told all the time that they need to grow up. You know what? You need to start settling down. You know what? You're at this age now. You need to start acting like it. You know what? We can't win. If we're older, we're trying to be free and fun, we're trying to act like a teenager. If you're young and you're not acting old, you're not acting your age either. So do you kind of see where I'm getting at? It doesn't really matter what age we are. People are going to take this and try to use it against us. So if you are that younger generation and you are like, you know what? I don't want to have to settle down yet. I want to travel, I want to experience things before I decide to make this decision. If you ever do at all, that's your complete choice of ever wanting to settle down or not. But if you choose to take a different path of what society pretty much tells you have to take, know that that's your choice. And don't let people use the age insult against you to feel bad about what you're doing. If you choose to travel instead of, working and buying a house and doing this, know that that's your right. There is no right or wrong. It is your life. And don't let people use that age against you. You know what? There's just no pleasing people sometimes. I got to tell you. And the more that we sit here and we try to figure out how to please the world, we are going to be miserable our entire lives. If we stop and be like, you know what? I am going to worry about pleasing somebody, and that one person is me. It is okay. We are taught that if we have self-love, if we think about ourselves, we're selfish. And if we're selfish, we're bad. You know what? Listening to yourself, listening to your inner thoughts, your inner desires, and acting upon it, so long as you're not hurting anybody, let's put that little quote in there, there's nothing wrong with it. So if you want to go on social media and you're over 50 and you want to lip sync and sing and dance, do it. Don't let the fear of somebody telling you you're old stop you. If you're younger and you want to make a different path in life than what society tells you you're supposed to be making, and somebody tells you that you need to grow up and do it, don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Follow your life path. Again, folks, age cannot be used against you as an insult, but only you can stop that from actually happening. If you, again, and I know I've said this before, but if you are happy with who you are at whatever stage you are in life, these comments will not affect you. So that is my episode for today. I hope that this helps you in any stage you are in life. Just look forward to more episodes like this. And by all means, if you do comment on my episodes and you have any ideas or comments, or you would like to have a discussion over a different topic, leave me a message. I'm always open for ideas of different topics to talk about. So if you'd like today's episode, hit that like button. If you'd like to hear more episodes like this, hit that subscribe button. You can also find me on Instagram, Gray Hair and Tattoos, TikTok, Gray Hair and Tattoos. I have Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Spotify, you name it, you can find me, Gray Hair and Tattoos. And I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to say it one more time, if you think you're too old to do something, look at me. I am 56 years old and I am going on social media platforms that I shouldn't be on, but I'm there and I'm having so much fun. So don't let the age thing stop you. So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you next week, and take care. Bye.